Hi, Assalamualaikum. In this video, we will present about diversity of plant, about grow rate of plant in Uitm Tapah. Okay, this is our group members to do this video presentation.
First part is the introduction. What is plant diversity? Plant diversity refers to the variety of plant species that are found in a particular area. What is plant growth rate? Plant means a living organism that belongs to the kingdom of plantae and grows in earth, in water, or on other plants. Growth rate means it can be defined as the increase in the growth per unit time. So, plant growth rate are the rate or speed at which the plants in a population increases.
Hi, my name is Norinda Wahida, and next I will present the analysis of the issues which are the growth rate of plant in Uitm Tapah. First and foremost, there are several objectives that can be found throughout this study case and will be discussed in the next part. Firstly, the objective is to identify the factor that affected the growth rate of plant. Next is to determine the resource for plants needs to grow. The second one is the issues in this study case is why there is a different growth rate between the plant. In this slide, I will discuss about the effect from the issue. The first effect is causing differences in the size, quality, and growth level of plants. On the other hand, the losing competitors will have less resources to live and may lead to death. We move to the next part, which is the factors that affect plant growth rate. There is three factors that we found throughout our field study. The firstly is the competition with each other. This happens because each plants are compete to get the resource to live, such as water, light, and soil nutrient. Furthermore, the second factor is the amount of fertilizer given to the plants. The different amounts obtained by the plant will cause the plant to get different nutrients. So some plant will get more or some plant will get less fertilizer that given by the gardener. The last one is the plant was eaten by predator that will affect the plant growth rate. The predator eat part of the plant as their food. For example, the example of predators such as caterpillar, mice, fungi, and bacteria.
Next part is the resources for plant need to grow. There are basically five resources that plant need to grow, which is water, light, soil nutrients, temperature, and air. For the first resources, which is water, water is a primary component for photosynthesis. As we know, plants use energy from the sun to create their own food. During this process, plants use carbon dioxide from the air and hydrogen from the water, absorb to the root and release oxygen as a byproduct. This exchange occur to a pore like stomata and the leaf. Stomatal closure impact the rate of photosynthesis when the water supply is constrained. When there is water shortage, the stomata close, reducing the amount of carbon dioxide available, thus affect the rate of the photosynthesis. Next part is the water responsible for Tuga pressure in cell. So, what is Tuga? Tuga is the force within the cell that push the plasma membrane against the cell wall to keep the plant cell intact. And water is also a solvent for minerals in the soil. Next resources, which is light. There is a three factor that reside under the light resources, which is quantity, quality, and duration. Quantity of light means intensity of or concentration of sunlight. Quality of the light, which is color, wavelength of light. As we know, sunlight have a seven color, and the best color for the plant group, which is blue and red. Next factor is duration of light. What is the duration of light? Duration of light is the amount of time a plant is exposed to light, and it also help in the process photosynthesis. The third resources is soil nutrient. Soil is a major source of nutrient needed by plants for growth and use of basic chemical element. There are 17 elements for normal growth. Third of it found in water, and the other 14 will found within the soil. Six is called micronutrient that contain nitrogen, potassium, magnesium, calcium, phosphorus, and sulfur. The other eight is called micronutrient, which is iron, zinc, molybdenum, manganese, boron, copper, cobalt, and chlorine. The thing that different is macronutrient and micronutrient is the amount that plant need of that nutrient. Macronutrient need most inside the plant, and plant need little for the micronutrient. Continuing on the last resources for the plant need to grow, which is temperature and air. Temperature influence most plant process like germination, flowering, and photosynthesis. Having slightly different of temperature will make the process stop. When the process stop, it will affect the plant growth. The plant will may not develop or develop slowly. Temperature also influence other factors such as soil nutrients and water. Having high temperature make the water inside the soil evaporate. When the water inside the soil evaporate, there is no solvent for the nutrient. When there is no solvent for the nutrient, it will be harder for the plant to take the nutrient to for their growth. And the last resources for plant need to grow, which is air. Plant need to breathe just as we need to breathe to stay alive. Plant also need to exchange gas with the atmosphere to function. And as we know, they contain several gases that reside in air composition. Plant need oxygen that will use in aerobic respiration, where food molecules are broken down to release energy for growth. Plant also need CO2 for the respiration and photosynthesis, and nitrogen to produce protein and enzyme. When the plant lack of this gas, they will produce slowly, they will slow the growth, and also having a yellowish color of the leaf.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Afiq Najmi bin Mian, and I will continue with the example of species that we observe in Uitm Tapah. The first one, we have Ruelenia tuberosa for the scientific name, and for the common name, we call mini root. Second, we have Heliconia cytochorum for the scientific name, and for the common name is parakeet flower. And last but not least is Musa acuminata for the scientific name, and for the common name, we call Cavendish banana. Now, we will go to the conclusion part. The factor that affected growth rate of plants are competition between each other, predator, the amount of fertilizer given to plants. Next, this resource for plants need to grow are water, light, soil, nutrient, temperature, and air.
So lastly, let's continue with the future recommendation. First of all, we have to avoid synthetic fertilizers, herbicides and insecticides. This is because these chemicals have a detrimental effect on soil life and its fertility. We can choose natural methods for pest, disease and weed control and apply organic fertilizers that boost soil life and release nutrients slowly. Next, we have to water plants deeply and less frequently rather than regularly applying small amounts. This will encourage deeper root growth and soils will retain available moisture for a longer period of time. Besides, we have to planting tree with a gap between one and another. If there is not enough space between plants, then resources like nutrients, water and lights are squeezed out or overconsumed and the plants can suffer. Improper spacing can lead to slow plant growth, low yields, and overall reduced plant health. Lastly, before planting a new garden, amend lifeless garden soil with compost so increase soil fertility and boost beneficial soil life while improving drainage.
This is like for our reference. That's all from us. Thank you. I hope the audience enjoy with this video presentation. Okay, bye.